further. And he comes back like a year later and it's even like more awesome. And we said, oh my God, well, we just need like an ending. And so we went out and built this ending, and then I go back and I said, well, we need a beginning, you know, and he's like, shit, what are we gonna do? And I go, well, we need to build a Civil War scene, and, you know, so. And when I say we, I really mean he. I'm like, you need to do this. I'm gonna be somewhere in the world, relaxing on a beach, but go build a Civil War scene, you know? But and he did. So what people don't understand is when you make a record, you can kind of just, these days you can take a computer and you can go in a living room or any part of the house and make an album. I mean, it could be this, you know, acoustic guitar, or as big as you want it to be. But when you make a movie, you need a lot of people, and Will didn't have that. You need a lot of money. Like even the cheapest romantic comedies that you see, like anywhere, even on TV, would be 4 or 5 times what we spent on this thing. The amount of money we spent on this movie is half the amount of money that I spent on music videos in the earlier part of my career. That's like, it's ridiculous. And it's because Will had this vision, you know, and he knew what Angels Airwaves was. He knew what we were trying to communicate. So he built that space station, the whole in his parents, that's in his parents' driveway, just north of Los Angeles. That whole Civil War battle is in his parents' backyard because they own a few acres out back. And but he did that, you know. And I try to let people. I really want people to know, you know, the accomplishment of this thing and how long it took and how massive of an undertaking it was. And I'm just so proud of it. I'm so stoked you guys are here and enjoying it with it. I mean, it's like we did something that bands never do, and that's a really ambitious art piece. Trying to just get people to think a little bit different and feel something with us. So.
Yeah, there are pictures of the production actually on their website. It really is in his parents' driveway. It's incredible. You guys should check that out. And I want to introduce these guys. We jumped right in. Thank you. It just shows the passion. Thank you so much. Once again, we have Mark Eaton, who's the executive producer, Tom Delonge, producer and composer, Will Eubank, the director, and Gunnar Wright, who is the lead actor. So round of applause for them. And you've already talked about a lot of the questions that I have here, you know. But when you I mean, it's been a while now since the project completed, right? You're already working on other things, but when you look back on it, what pops out in your memory of making this besides being in your parents' driveway and on the ranch?
I think honestly, there's just. I mean, it's hard to tell from like when I watch it. There's just so many friends who helped me do it, so it's like really weird, just like seeing everyone's faces. Like all those guys in the opening. It's like one of those guys, like my 3rd grade teacher. There's a guy in the audience who lives in Seattle, Granger, back there, who I haven't seen in years. He was one of the guys with the beards at the start. He used to work at Panavision with me. So it was like a lot of friends who just really, you know, came out and helped me sort of put this thing together. And it was just really humbling having all these people kind of come out of the woodwork and be like, oh, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm building a space station. And they'd be like, oh, we'll come help you. So, you know, it's just really cool. Like, there's so many crazy memories. Like that shot of Lee or Bradley standing out on the Grand Canyon. That's really the north rim of the Grand Canyon. And Mark and I, you know, took a fake horse out to the Grand Canyon in the back of a motorhome. And shot those shots. Like, it was just ridiculous. The things that we did were so ridiculous that even though it took a really long time to do, it's just so, I mean, there's so many memories, it's not even funny. It's like 4 years of my life just being crazy and being an idiot, so it's great.